and welcome to the 2019 African American Travelers Conference, where we are in beautiful French Lick, Indiana at the French Lick Resort. I'm Valerie Dennison with the group Travel Family, but more importantly, here with me is Sharon Fine, and she is with the Illinois Holocaust Museum and Education Center. Sharon, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
Tell us, what is a group to expect when they arrive on property at the Holocaust Museum?
So the very first thing that they see when they get to the museum is the architecture, which is done by a renowned architect, Stanley Tigerman. And Stanley designed the building to have one side of the front facade and the whole building on the one side is dark. It's dark from the outside and it's dark as you enter. When you leave the other side, it's light, and there's meaning before you even step in the door, where it is that you're coming in the dark side so that you can see the history of the Holocaust and the darkness of it. And we also stress when you come in that it's not a Jewish museum. It is a museum about humanity, because not only Jews were targeted, they were the majority that were annihilated, but there were the priests and the nuns and the resistors who were not Jewish, and the children that were disabled. Anyone who wasn't a perfect Aryan person, that's who was targeted. So that's our first message before you really get going into the museum. And on the dark side, you begin with a lot of narratives and filming and testimony. And you see what life was like before the Holocaust. And the Holocaust, before the Holocaust, although it was many years ago, everything was about family and religion and celebrating life as it is. And children went to school, and there was music, and there were arts. And then when the Nazi regime came and took over, that's when you go into the dark side. And even as you go through the museum, you're experiencing all different types of textures. And you may be stepping lower, and you're actually walking into the ghetto. And you may be walking even a little lower, and you may be stepping into one of the pits where the Nazis not persecuted, but actually shot the victims. And then as you go through that, so this is that architecture component that's so tied into the whole story. And then as you go through that, you start going up, and you start seeing where the world became aware and understood, and the war came to an end, and you're coming up out of that depth. And then we go into what happened then. Where did all the families go? And there wasn't technology, so how did the parents find their children? How did the children find their parents? And there's an exhibit of the children holding up a card, "My name is," and that's it, and hoping that somebody will help them. And then there's a film at the end of that about Rwanda and what's going on now, and Barbara Streisand is involved in it, and it's quite something. When you finish that half of the museum, you then go into the special exhibitions, which are all about contemporary issues. And so we have 3 special exhibitions annually that cover every issue for every demographic. So right now we have Purchased Lives, which is the American slave trade. And we also have RBG coming at the beginning of 2020. 2020. I'm pushing it.
So tell me, Sharon, if someone wanted to schedule a tour for their group to come and see you, how would they get in touch with you?
So the best way is I like to work one-on-one so that I can understand what the person is looking for, what the group is looking for. So the best thing is to give me a call directly or to email me, and then I or my team will get back to the person and find out what the needs are, how much time you have, and guide you through that. Generally, we recommend about 3 hours to spend with us, so that you can kind of encompass what the museum has to offer.
Sure. Very good. Well, thank you, Sharon, so much for being here with me today.